I'm Manouk Akopyan. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to our partners, personal injury attorney Nelson Gavorkian. Hi, everyone. I am joined by Hall of Fame fighter turned promoter turned trainer turned commentator, Roy Jones Jr. Roy, you do it all, and you're about to do it all on December 12th at the Legends Casino Hotel when you're going to have five of your fighters in the ring while also commentating that night. It's going to be a pretty incredible feat. How did you come up with the idea, and how have you been preparing to go about it?
Well, for me, it was always a dream of mine. What people don't understand about me because I'm a little different. I'm built different. I'm the only athlete outside of a baseball, basketball, and football player to do two sports in one day: boxing, USBL basketball game. Right. So to top that off, I always wanted to fight, commentate, and coach the same night. Very difficult to do that at that time because people wasn't looking outside the box. Now looking outside the box has done. You got all these different things, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, the Misfits. You got so many different things going on outside of the box now, right? So now, since people are starting to understand the thoughts of thinking outside of the box, or the idea of thinking outside the box, I'm thinking, why can't I corner five guys, commentate between cornering, and make it happen? You understand me? And it's tough, but truthfully speaking, all the work is done right here. When we get there, my job's really over with. Now I'm a team player, so yes, I do have to help them with the game plan and try to remind them to stick to the game plan. But my hard work should be over with. It's on them now.
Absolutely. And you're at your gym, your farm in Pensacola, Florida. Again, the show
Yep.
December 12th, going to be on BLK Prime and Toppenish, Washington, Legends Casino Hotel. You know, Roy, you have a lot of many other talents as well, too. Did you think about a concert? Maybe a three-point shootout in between all of this, too?
I always think about a concert between it, but I don't know if they're ready for that yet. But I do often think of a concert. I think I might do that next. I think I might get my guy some Bullet to ride out with me next time. And we might do a concert at the intermission. How hot would that be? So I might see can I get the Legends Casino to pay me to do a concert at the intermission. That'll be really hot. Now we be doing something.
I
So
like
instead
it.
of
I
fighting,
like it.
performing. Yes.
Uh, Everyone loves your anthems. It always still gives me goosebumps when I see the fighters come to the ring with your songs on their ring walk, and I'm pretty
Thank you.
sure it would be a special night if you're also singing your fighters to the ring too. So we gotta bookmark
Nah,
that for your 2025.
either sing them to the ring or just do a concert at the intermission. Might be better.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the main event. Shady Gamor, who's from Sweden, now training with you. He's going to be in a 10-round super middleweight fight against Devontae McDonald. What are you looking from Shady? What do you want him to do in
Man,
this fight?
honestly, this fighter tell me if he's hungry enough to keep going or if he needs to stop because Devontae is coming to fight. Everybody knows that. Devontae gave Andrew Murphy one of the best fights that Andrew Murphy has had to date in his career. And Devontae is a real fighter who comes to fight. So I want to see if Shady really wants it or if he don't. So if he wants it, he'll figure out a way to beat Devontae. If he doesn't, Devontae will show me.
And of course, this is going to be December 12th, which is going to be the last show of the year for you. Can you give us a preview of what 2025 looks like for you? Do you have any dates already bookmarked? Some goals you're trying to
No, we don't.
achieve?
We don't have the dates bookmarked yet, but we should do at least three, maybe four. My goal is to try to make a few more world champions, whether it be WBAF, NBA, IBO, IBF, IB, whatever. I don't care. I just like to make world champions out of my guys because for me, when you get a belt around your waist, that belt comes with a bit of responsibility because no matter what belt it is, everybody wants it. I mean, except the people that are at the top with the other belts, but everybody else that don't have it or haven't made it yet, they don't feel successful unless they have a belt. There's a lot of guys that retire only with USBA or NABF belts, but those belts were belts. So it meant that I did accomplish something. A belt is an accomplishment. It's what people don't realize about boxing. So when you get a belt, it makes you feel a sense of accomplishment. And with that accomplishment comes responsibility.
Absolutely. And obviously, the belt is also the first domino that needs to fall in order for them to follow, perhaps, in your footsteps as a pound for pound great, a Hall of Famer. You know, we're just a few hours removed from the Hall of Fame class being announced. You were the fighter of the 1990s, and we have arguably the fighter of the 2010s, Manny Pacquiao, leading the case, leading the inductee class this year. I'm very curious, Roy, as your opinion, who were the torchbearers after you when you were the fighter of the 90s? Who do you consider the fighter of the 2000s, the 2010s, and who do you think is the front runner for the 2020s?
The 2000 should have been Floyd Mayweather. The 2010 probably should have been Manny Pacquiao, and 2020 probably should be Terrence Crawford.
Gotcha. Canelo anywhere in that mix? Do you want to
He could be. He could go in. He could go in either one of those areas. He could go in those areas. Um, Javante Davis can go in the later era. It's a lot of guys. Andre Ward can go either one of those eras. Andre Ward is actually probably the guy that probably should go in one of those areas because he dominated the light heavyweight division. I mean, super and light heavyweight division while he was there. He never lost, so he's just as deserving as Floyd is.
How would you assess Manny Pacquiao's career going up against Mayweather head to head? That we all know they finally fought. You were so close to Pacquiao, calling a lot of his fights. What do you just make of Pacquiao's career overall?
Pekka had an extraordinary career because he started so light and ended up so high. And the fact that they waited 5 years to make that fight really hurt Pacquiao in my opinion. And I mean, I think that if he'd have fought him when he was at his peak, it probably would have been a little different. But Mayweather is an awesome fighter, so it would have been tough for him still. And it's just you just got to know that Pacquiao still he fought some of the best fights, some of the best rivalries. I mean, he had rivalries with three different Mexican fighters. That's saying a lot. Three of the best smaller Mexican guys ever, and he had rivalries with three of them. That's saying a lot. So,
Absolutely, certainly an epic, iconic career, eight division champion. And you alluded to maybe Tank Davis being the fighter of the 2020s, but it doesn't seem like he's going to be fighting much longer. Or earlier this week, he announced that he's retiring soon. As someone yourself who's retired on and off throughout his career, well, what do you make of Tank's decision? And if you had something to tell him, what would the advice be?
Tank got to do what makes Tank happy. I mean, nowadays, if you retire and wait, sometimes let the money simmer, it gets even better. So just don't get out of shape when you retire because when you retire, that gives them more incentive to try to make you come back. So if you do retire now, stay in shape because they're going to be looking for an opportunity to sneak up on you when you're not ready for it. They'll pay you a lot of money so they can sneak up on you. So stay ready even in retirement.
Absolutely, and we saw that with Andre Ward too. Yourself as well. The and Mike Tyson. The offers never stop coming, no matter the age.
Exactly.
And you were there ringside. The entire world, over 160 million people, heard your commentary on the Mike Tyson fight. What was your thoughts on the aftermath? Obviously, a great payday for Mike and Jake, a great event overall, but the fight just didn't deliver to the expectations, perhaps unwarranted expectations that people had. What was your thoughts on the fight?
The fight didn't really live up to the hype, but you do have a 58-year-old man with a 27-year-old man. So, I mean, we expected more because Mike was a former great and still is a great. And Jake's just a guy learning the game. So we expect a little more fireworks from Mike and Jake, really. But, for them to put an event together, to be honest with you, you got your money's worth in the two fights before that with the burial fight and the two girls. That was another epic battle. And to me, you didn't get cheated out of nothing because those two fights before that main event gave you your money's worth. So
Absolutely. Hey, maybe it's time for you to fight Jake Paul. I'm sure you've entertained the idea. Have any conversations? taken place? Because I know you're very much
No, I
always
haven't had any
looking.
conversations. Yeah, no, I haven't had any conversations with him. I'm not really a full-fledged heavyweight, but I weigh probably what he weighs right now, so it wouldn't be hard to match his weight, I guess. And but they do catch weights anyway, so I'm sure we figure out the right weight class. We can make it happen. Only thing different though is that he probably take me out because I'm coming. So either I'm gonna get him or he gonna get me.
Do you, as a lifetime boxing head aficionado, do you think Jake Paul is the real deal? Do you see serious flaws, or do you think even at your age and stage of your career, you could pick him apart, Mister, with being Captain Left Hook?
It'd be very difficult to pick him apart because he's so powerful. He's big. He's physically bigger than me, so it'll be hard to pick him apart because he does have power and he's a dangerous puncher. You gotta know that. So I would beat him, I'm sure, but you'd have to be on your A game all night, especially at my age.